Good evening. My name is Whitney Comer from your Wednesday evening class, and today I will be addressing the 3 questions on the FLDOE standard webinar video discussion. So to begin, this webinar was very, very informational. It was very, very targeted to how to break down and how to access extra resources. But today I will be answering the 3 questions, which in this case, the first question is, what are the 2 important things you learned about your state science standards, and why do you consider this information important? Well, to begin, when it comes to state standards, when it comes to science standards, I have learned that we are often structured to build on foundational knowledge and skills. Also, I learned that the importance of examining the course as a whole is very important, because as a result, it is extremely important that we are not only examining the standards, but also the course, because each level and learning experience contributes to a deeper understanding over time. So in my view, it is important and very crucial because it facultates the development of consistent skills which are aligned with the covenant development of students. So in order for us to access these important courses and standards, CPOMS plays an important role in assisting us. So this webinar also provided easy access benchmarks that described the expected skills and knowledge by each grade level. So notice how when she began the webinar, she's like, there's high school, elementary, and middle. So which one we are addressing, but also CPOMs and this webinar broke down the performance expectations, essential vocabulary and examples and of activities that may be included in each benchmark. Yeah, that's what I took from that for the first question. Moving on to the second question, which is, how would you explain the structure and or organization of your state science standard to a peer who has not looked at them yet? Well, to explain the structure and organization of the state science standards to a colleague or to a peer who has not looked at them yet, who has not studied them or looked at them yet, I would simply remind them that the standards are generally organized by grade level or by grade band. So every domain contains specific standards that specify what students should know and be able to do. Also in this webinar, she mentioned that there are resources for specific standards, making it important to teach lessons that are aligned with those standards. Throughout CPOMs, we are shown or provided example on how everything is broken down and how it is crucial that we read it all, as you find resources that will support that standard, and see how she took that time to actually go in depth for relatable resources. So CPOM provides us with breakdowns and how to access this and how to access this and how to access that, and how CPOMs gives us important aspects where we can go in depth again, and specifically what we want to teach and how we want to teach it, but specifically how should I say this, topics, because also another example she gave in the webinar is how there's general science, there's physical science, there's biology. So all these plays in actually going into that course and knowing which standard and course and how to separate them and how to access each point is very important. Okay. And the last question was, how would you plan for standard-based instruction so that students are successful in science FCAT 2.0 or biology EOC? So I believe when preparing students for standardized tests like science FCAT 2.0 or biology EOC, I think using CPOMs as a resource is very valuable. I think a wide variety of standards I think a wide variety of standards, aligned lessons, plans, instructional resources, and assessment items are available on CPOMs. So the following would be my approach. And I think, for example, so the to choose the key standards that will be covered on the assessment and then use CPOMs to find specific lessons and activities that reinforce them. So, as a result, things such as sequence instruction should be emphasized by gradually introducing more complex concepts by frequently reviewing material previously covered. And I think identifying additional resources and breaking them down or breaking those concepts down plays a vital role. So, I think when it comes to how to plan for standard based instruction, so that students are successful, is to take your time to do the process, to do the proper research, and to pull the proper resources in order to prepare or have the students be ready to take those standardized tests.